Good morning, everybody. You're welcome to this Kingdom Way Creation class. I want to believe that understanding Kingdom Way Creation will help you to articulate your mind to all that you need. Because wealth creation does not happen by chance. You can be rich by chance, but you can't be wealthy by chance. So it requires a deliberate action. It requires a proper intention. It's intentional. It's not something that comes on you like a rap cherry. So that's why we are learning it. It can be taught, it can be learned. So if indeed you are desirous, if indeed you are interested, you are growing, whatever you're doing, so you can appropriate this in every of whatever you're doing. You're an artisan, you're a business person, you are a career person, whatsoever you're doing, as long as you know better, you can do better. So today I'll be talking about, like I said last week, the building leadership effectiveness. Building leadership effectiveness. I said last week that the leadership is not a position. It's not just a title. It is your ability to lead people, it's ability to influence people to a tangible vision. Everyone has a leadership potential in them because everyone can influence somebody. An older sister can influence a younger sister. A father can influence his family. A mother can influence children. So everyone has an influential capacity upon somebody. So we all have leadership potential. And it's not all of us are able to translate our leadership potential into leadership effectiveness, because leadership potential requires cultivation. It needs to be cultivated. You need to discover it, you need to develop it, you need to discipline it. It needs to be cultivated. It needs to be cultivated. So until you cultivate the leadership potential in you, you might not really function in a full efficacy of leadership effectiveness. So because we all, when we begin to blame leaders, we begin to blame our government, we begin to blame your local government chairman, you begin to blame some people. And without understanding that you yourself, you are a leader in your own space. You have influence over people. How best are you really cultivating or expressing your leadership potential or exhibiting leadership effectiveness? So that's why we all need, if you're going to do well in your business, if you're going to be very effective, create wealth, you need to understand what leadership is all about. Because leadership is a metaphor for a compass, because it helps to navigate the path when the roads are unclear. Leadership as well is a metaphor for an architect, because it helps to build system and structure to help translate vision into reality. You can say leadership as well is a metaphor for a shepherd, because it helps to provide, direct, guide, develop, and as well inspire people to greatness. Just as a shepherd, they will lead their sheep to their pasture, to greener pasture. That's what leaders are. Like I said, I've established one fact. Everybody is a leader, no matter how young you are. We all are leaders. You don't have to. Leadership is not about a position. It's not about you are the head. I once worked in a place where the leader of that place, each time he wanted to make decision, he will consult me. And when he consults me, I tell him what to do, and he will implement it. In the space of 6 months I spent in that place, there was a great transformation in that place. Not because the leader in positions capacity, but because I was influencing his system. I was influencing the place by my own leadership ability. So you don't have to be the leader or in the position before you influence things. You can change things. You can change things. That's the way it is. So leadership is not only expressed in words. Leadership is not only expressed in our words. Leadership is expressed more in our action. Don't be like a leader. I say, you tell your children, do what I say, don't do what I do. A father, you are smoking before children, you are saying they will not do. They will surely smoke like you. A mother, you are doing some nasty things before their children. They will surely do more of what you do than what you say. So leadership is more of what you do than what you say. When a leader expresses optimism in times of crisis, you are influencing people. when a leader express humility in terms of success, you are influencing people. When a leader shows integrity when you are under pressure, you are not lying, you are not trying to buy your way out because you are under pressure. You are not just trying to lie your way out. You show integrity. That's showing you are influencing people. You are helping people to guide them on the way to think. Also, leadership is built on 4 pillars. Write it down. Leadership is built on 4 pillars. There are 4 pillars upon which orchestrate the leadership expression. Number 1 is character. Character is telling us about who you are. You know, a lot of times you have an argument with somebody, or you have known somebody so much, you come so close to that person at one point, and the person did certain thing, and you say, so this is who you are. I don't even know that this is who you are. So character tells us who we are. Character, as a matter of fact, is one of the core pillars of leadership, because a leadership without character, you know, that's why we say ethical leadership sustains a business success longer than a very fantastic idea. Ethical leadership sustains the business success more than a business idea. There are many companies today, and they were successful for a while, but when you discover that what they are selling as is contaminated, what they are selling as issues. There was a drink one time that some people should stop drinking because it contains some certain chemical, and people stopped drinking it until they improved on what they were doing. You know, so you have to understand that ethical leadership sustains business success more than. So when you are not ethical in what you're doing, people will not. At one point, they will tell themselves, "What that woman is selling is fake. What she's selling is fake." They begin to, you know, bad news spread faster than the good news, and bad reputation, bad information spread better than good information. So first one is character. It talks about who you are. Number 2 is charisma. Charisma talks about how you connect with others, how you connect with people. They say that woman is charismatic because you can move people, you can inspire people, you can motivate people, you can gather people. That's charisma. Some people are very good with character, but they are not charismatic. They don't know how to gather people. They don't know how to really move people. The 3rd one is competence. A leader that is good in character, competence is talking about what you can do. Can you actually do the job? Will you rather employ a good man, a good driver, very good driver? He is a good man, but he cannot drive. Oh, we say that man is a good man, he's a good driver, but yeah, he cannot drive because your life is at risk. So you never do that. So no matter how good you are as a person, you must be as well be competent. He talks about what you can do. Number 4 is commitment. Commitment talks about what keeps you going. As a leader, you must never hold back. You must be resilient. You must never look back and say, oh, I won't do this again. I'm not going to continue. I'm tired. A lot of women will say, I'm tired out of this marriage. I was on TV on Thursday discussing about some marriage issues, and a lady was showing on social media a marriage of 1 year. He said the husband has been beating her, and says, I'm tired. I'm out. I'm planning for Nigerians to come and rent me a house. You know, she says she's tired. Well, I don't know what is going on in the marriage. I can't condemn it. I can't condemn what she's saying. But as a matter of fact, in your business, you cannot easily say you are tired. You are out. Something must keep you going. I must tell you that leadership can be translated from your leadership potential, can be translated into leadership effectiveness. And these are factors that can enhance the translation or the transformation. That leadership potential in you, I told you everybody has a leadership potential, but not all of us. Many people will grow old and never express their leadership potential. Yeah, they are very good. They will never influence generation. But yeah, God has given you a seed and capacity to influence society, to influence a generation. You know, we have had influenced generation. We have influenced generation. And today we speak of them even in death. We talk about Dr. Miles Monroe, that we all know, blessed memory, influenced his generation. He said, I want to die empty. I want to make sure I influence people. Influence people. We have John, Martin Luther King, who inspired the black people out of the mindset of slavery. He said, I have a dream to see my children one day to hold the post in their community. I have a dream. And here the dream came to pass. Today we have that Obama became a president in America. Because one man spoke about it more than 60 years ago. I have a dream. I have a dream. You know? So, what are those things you need to do? Things that can help you cultivate your leadership potential, into leadership effectiveness. Number one, we have your learning, continuous learning. Your ability to continue to learn. Go for seminar, go for exposure. Number two, mentorship, coaching. You have a mentor. And let leadership, deliberately under a mentor for about 10 years. I was being coached on leadership, being taught in leadership, being trained in leadership. So when we express leadership in certain areas, it's not because it's coming to us like a rap cherry. It's coming to us because we have learned it, we have been mentored, we have been coached. That's why it's not going to come upon you like a lecture. You have to learn it. That's why you are working in a place, people cannot even spot some things in you. Because you are just there. That's why I tell you, when you're having conversation in a meeting, you can't contribute. You can't have communication. They won't spot what is in you. Wisdom does not function in the brain. One of the ways to express your leadership ability is when you contribute to matters in a meeting. They say, oh, that woman, she's always contributing well. That man, she's always contributing well. I think let's follow it. And that's why you are grooming. And that's why we say in church, a church is a platform where we help you to groom your leadership potential. That's why when you are in any work, in a workforce or in a department, it's an opportunity for you to be trained, not just for the church, not just for Christ alone, but for you to function effectively in your field of life. In your field of life. So mentorship, training, learning, your experience. There are things that help to build, and you have to be intentional. Your learning is coming into what you are, that will enhance your becoming a leader. We have many people in the position today who don't even understand what leadership is. That's what the Bible says in the book of Titus. It said, cultivate in them the elders, what it means for them to become a bishop, what it means for them to become a leader. Verse 4, verse 5, Titus 1, verse 4, verse 5, talks about how you need to cultivate. They need to be cultivated. They need to be trained. So now, let me talk about, in the next 10 minutes, let me talk about the 4 pillars. How do you work on the first 4 pillars? Number 1, character. Number 1, character. We say character is a moral strength that guides you in terms of decision making. Character is a moral strength. It guides you to make decisions. It guides you to make choices. I was having a devotion with my wife and my family a few years ago. I read a place where in the book of Acts 9, where God says, he said, Esau do I hate and Jacob do I love. I said, but these children were in the womb. They have not even come. They have not even been born. And God could spot out the one that's going to be good and the one that was bad. And people will wonder, say, why would God say he loves one, he hates one, even when the children have not even done anything? God was only prophesying because he knew that the same Esau will not value destiny, will not value purpose. Because as a first child, the honor was upon him, the responsibility was upon him to carry the family legacy. But you know what he did? He sold the birthright for a morsel of porridge, for a porridge. He sold his birthright. God has seen in advance that this guy, though I created him, though I planted him in his mother's belly. There are two, but he's going to be making some choices. See, God does not control your choices. That's why we say we are free will agents. God planted Adam and Eve in the garden, but God knew they had to make their choice, either to live long or to eat the fruit. He said, I place before you the fruit of the good and bad. He said, choose the one you want. Hallelujah. Say, God is not God that is preempting us, but he knew, he prophesied. That word is a prophecy. It's not that God was preempting Esau. And Esau, to come truthful to his ignorance, he sold his birthright. Today we are seeing hearing of Jacob, Israel. And that was what God wants to do with Esau. But he sold away his birthright. A lot of people are saying that birthright. With bad gangs, with bad friends, with bad character. Because you don't know what God wants to do with your life. See, every time that's why we say, what witchcraft cannot do to you, bad character will do it to you. That's why we say that every time you cultivate and you exhibit bad character, you are defeating purpose. You are defeating destiny. Because God is waiting for your preparation. God is waiting for you to build that good character so that he can take you into the fulfillment of the purpose he has for your life. But at any point in time, you don't follow these things. Don't say you are scoring less. God cannot take you to that fulfillment of destiny he has for you, because you are defeating purpose. You are defeating destiny. That was what Esau did. The choice, that singular choice. May God give you second chance in life. There are many people we have spoken to in the past that made their choice. And today we look at them, we say, we can't help you more than you because the choice you have made. You see, your choice that determines how far you go in life. Adam made his choice. And all the glory of God that was supposed to rest upon him, all the longevity, the tree of life, and the promises of God in his life was taken away because he made that choice. See, that's what character is. And many things that really, because of our time, many things that cultivate, helps also build character as a leader. You have to be integrous. You need integrity to have the ability to articulate your words with your action, to align your words with your action. You lie for nothing. Integrity. Word integrity, time integrity, financial integrity. You lie. And each time you lie, those lies, God says you are not fit for destiny. You are not fit for purpose. You think, let me tell you, each time you encounter a certain situation and you think you are lying your way out, you are telling God, I'm not fit for that great destiny you have for me. Because when I'm there, I will compromise. I will disgrace you, sir. And that's why integrity is one of the hallmark of leadership character. If you want to explain leadership character disposition, integrity is one of it. Another thing is responsibility. You have to take ownership of what that God is giving to you. Ownership. God has given you people. He said, what concerns me? You know what he asked when he called unto Cain? He said, Cain, what about your brother Abel? He said, am I my brother's keeper? What concerns me? So that's the attitude a lot of people have. What concerns me? You are not responsible. That's why you say, what concerns me? So if you want to go far in destiny, want to express leadership, you have to take responsibility. That's for what God, you have your younger ones as an older sister, older brother, under you. He said, what concerns me? It concerns me because you are the elder. You are to influence them positively. As a father, your children are misbehaving. He said, what concerns me? It concerns you because you have become irresponsible as an individual or as a mother because you failed in your duty. Eli refused or could not influence his children, and God took away the priesthood from the lineage. And the man at 90 died miserably. God removed the priesthood from the lineage because he refused to train his children. So, as a leader, you have to take responsibility. As a leader, number three is that as a leader, you have to understand leadership character. You must understand the place of accountability. Accountability means you are responsible for your actions. You are responsible for your actions when there's no blame game. There's no blame game. Leaders here, are you listening to me? When things happen, you are not looking for a way to blame others, to shift blame, trying to defend yourself. Let me tell you, I love when somebody, you take responsibility for what happened. When you know, now that you try to lie your way out, you don't want to be blamed. That means you are not accountable. You can't be a good leader. Leadership character is reflected when you are accountable. When there's a success, yes, you are accountable. When things are not working well, it's my fault. I will do better. I am so sorry. I think I will do better. Like I said, as a mother, your children are failing, you're not doing well, and you are blaming the teacher, you are blaming the tutor. How much time do you have to spend with your child to teach them at home? It is easier to blame the teachers, to blame everybody. How much time do you spend with that child? This teacher has blackmailed, they are labeling your child and the child does not know anything. But as a mother, as a father, do you take time to even sit with that child? Let me even take time to help this child, to guide this child, to encourage this child. We should be accountable as a leader. That's what leadership is all about. Accountability. You know what Saul? Why Saul lost his throne? He was not accountable. God told him, go and kill the Amalekites. Destroy everything. He kept some things. And when he was accosted and challenged, you know what he did? Rather than taking responsibility, rather than being accountable and receive, being humble, you know what he did? He was blaming others. He said, it's not my fault, though. It's my followers. They are the ones that said we should keep them, so that we can sacrifice them unto God. Whoa! A leader blaming followers. What kind of a useless leader is that? And God said, you are not fit to be a leader. Today have I torn your kingdom and give it to somebody else. I told you, every time you exhibit character failure, you are defeating purpose. That which God has designed for you to uphold in life and destiny, you are telling God, I am not fit. That's why we say, what witchcraft cannot do to you? Bad character. Bad character will deny you of greatness. Even when you are praying so hard. That's why you see many Christians are praying so hard in church, but they can't wield great destiny because God knows every smallest promotion He gives to them, they become proud. Number 4 is humility. How do you build character as a leader? Humility. Humility is when you are able to uphold. You are humble. You put power to check, strength to check. Put power to check, strength to check. You know, there was a lady in our church some years ago, and she came to church, she had nothing, and we're supporting her. Very fantastic woman, and they were supporting her like that. Guess what? The moment this lady got a job, we got her a job, she felt she was free. We could not even speak one thing to her any longer. What? See? Now she felt she was financially free. She could not put that financial freedom to check. And that's why the reason why God refused to lift many people. Because they can't put the power to check. Humility. I'm going to be teachable. I'm going to be taught to be corrected. That thing you have done is wrong. Hey, don't blame me. Don't blame me. See, if you are not blamed, you can't be lifted. You cannot be blamed. You can't be helped. No. Humility. Ability to take correction. I told you some years ago, I was with my mentor, and we're speaking to pastors, and I said, Pastor James, come and lead the charge for the ministers. And I was leading the charge for the ministers, and he felt my morale was not up enough. He felt that I was not doing better enough, and he told me to walk off the stadium. He took the mic from me and he said, please go and sit down. You're not ready today. And I went to sit down. Next meeting I was there. If I told you are the one, next Sunday you will not even be showing up in church. But the pastor comes to your house to come and beg you. Next meeting, I was there in the meeting. And I said, Pastor John, go and take the podium. And I was taking the podium. I was ministering. He said, now you are ready. Humility. If you are being given $1 million now, or 10 million or 20 million, can you still even go to church? Will you even still respect people around you? Will you even still pray? The question will be saying that I don't have time. I don't have time. That's when you begin to pick faults. That's the most time most women, when they come to church looking for a child, the moment they get the child, the character will change. He said, it's my child. Why are you not in church? It's my baby. No humility. The same reason why they were serving God. You know, a woman like Anna, for a long time, serving God. He said, when the child came, he said, this child, he will not disturb me from serving God. I even give this child to God. All right. So, character. It's like the way you build character. It's like the way you build character. Okay. I'm not sure we can take the rest. But let's on to that. Character is one of the foundation of leadership, ethical leadership. If you want to build leadership, I told you everybody has leadership potential, but not everyone cultivates it. So you have to cultivate it. You have to deliberately build leadership, effectiveness. God has an eye hope for you, but you have no eye hope for yourself. You have no eye hope for yourself. There's a certain lady I used to know when we were kids, and I used to see her recently. This was a lady coming up, proper, beautiful lady. But I don't know, she went through some phase of poverty, and that changed her mindset. In fact, when she's going on the streets, she doesn't wear slippers. There's so much challenge has gone to her head, you would think she's mental. She's not mental. The poverty has eating so much into her mind that her mind has become the software that runs her life has been so much desecrated, has so demonized, that she doesn't see any better thing out of life any longer. That's why you must be informed. You must continue to learn, so that you won't allow your circumstances to determine your faith. You allow your faith to determine your circumstances. So this morning I want us to pray. I said, God, give me grace to activate my leadership potential. I am a leader. You point to the government that they are corrupt. Are you not paying your own children to pass WAEC? Are you not paying for your own children? You point to the government. The government are thieves. You know, somebody said something that's very funny. He said the reason why a lot of people abuse government that they are corrupt is because they don't have opportunity to steal the same money. If they are part of the loot, they will not complain. I was asking, we were having some argument from some days ago with some folks, and I said, hey, this one is corrupt, that one is corrupt. I said, the reason why you are saying this one is because you don't have any family that's up there. You can be looting the money and give to you. If you have a child up there who is also a governor who is looting money and give to you, you will not say anything. You hear people say, some people say APC is bad. Some people say no, APC is the best government. Why? Because they are eating out of APC. They are not eating out of APC today. You see that they say APC is worse. But ethical leadership is not like that. You speak the truth. You are honest. Even either you are supporting or you are not supporting. Either for or against. Lord, rise up on your feet and say, Lord, give me grace